Brightest blessings, everyone. Let me ask you a question. If you if you think of and envision a typical Christian family on Sunday morning, you think of them getting ready to go to church, dressing their kids up in things that are just regularly too dressy for them, making them go in back for their church services and Sunday school while the parents attend the services, or making them sit next to you during services, kids not being comfortable in their pretty little clothes, kids being bored with the sermon, and maybe possibly Sunday breakfast afterwards or brunch, depending on what time you went to the services. No matter how you feel about Christianity, this is probably something that you see as a pretty normal thing, and you're not going to flip out going, "Oh my God, what is the world coming to?" Yet, whenever you see books like Harry Potter and stuff like that, and you hear the Christians saying they're teaching our children Wicca and witchcraft and paganism, they lump it all together like it's the same. But what's more importantly that really disturbs me is that they're saying they're teaching you're their children this. No, not really. I don't have children, and I am pagan, but if I were to have children and I wanted to teach my children something about paganism or Wicca or witchcraft or any other of the many, many, many things under the umbrella of paganism, Harry Potter would be the last book that I'd put in their hands. I'd probably put the Bible in their hands before Harry Potter to teach them a good lesson. But and in all reality, a lot of pagans, including myself, believe in letting kids be kids and not forcing and indoctrinating their kids under any faith whatsoever, to let them learn and choose on their own. And of course, there are many pagans that don't, that will teach their children from young. And you know what? That's just a personal decision. No more controversial than deciding to baptize your child, deciding to bring your child to Sunday school and church. So my question is, why is it good parenting as a Christian to baptize your child, to claim a religion they have no clue about, and to claim them under the religion of Christianity, something that they have no clue about, that they cannot choose, they can't even speak when they're baptized, traditionally. You send them off to Sunday school when they get old enough. You teach them family, depending on how devout your family is, you sit down and have Bible readings in your home. Take them to church when they get old enough. Possibly put them in private schools where the Bible is taught. But yet, goddess forbid someone should actually include their own child in a circle, private circle or a public circle that's open to children, or even teach their children about the craft or about paganism in general, and you have a cow, you just flip the hell out, going, "Oh my God, you're indoctrinating your children, you're brainwashing your children!" What is up with that? My question is, why is it indoctrination and brainwashing when we educate our own children, but it's not when you sit there and baptize your own children without their okay, without their say-so, without their understanding, and teach them about stuff in your home, and teach them about stuff in Sunday school, and teach them about stuff in church? It's one and the same, people. So why is it not brainwashing and indoctrination for you? Why? Because you have the truth? Well, I got news for you, my friend. Everyone who has any sort of belief in any sort of religion or faith believes they have the truth. Even those who claim to have no faith at all. And I'm going to catch a lot of shit from my atheist friends here. But they believe they have the truth as well. And the truth is there is no truth, or there is no God, or whatever, or there is nothing. But they believe that they have the truth. Otherwise they would not believe it. They would not adhere to that belief. So, I'm sorry, but I have the truth, and that makes it okay, kinda does not hold water. I'd like to hear from you fundamentalist Christians. I'd like to hear from any Christians who take this attitude. You know, my question to you is, why the hell would you expect anything different if it's my child in a Wiccan household, in a pagan household? I would choose not to teach the children from very, very young and maybe wait until they get a little bit older. But if I chose to do so, and it being my child, what's the big fucking deal? I'm clueless. Educate me. Blessed be. I just wanted to add on one single note. I mentioned earlier that when you actually do things like when fundamentalist Christians and Christians read Harry Potter and they flip out, in most cases they don't read Harry Potter, they just take the word of their brothers and sisters who say they have, and they flip out because you say they're trying to indoctrinate our children, they're trying to teach our children this, which really would not be a good thing if that was actually true. But I find it kind of ironic and kind of funny because these very same people who are flipping out because we're trying to teach their children these things are also the very same Christians that drag their friends, their kids' friends to church. You know, their kids' friends who don't happen to be the same denomination that they are. You know, their kids' friends who don't even happen to be Christian. You know, it happens sometimes when they're both Christian and when they're both the same denomination, but man, your kid gets a friend that's not the same denomination of Christianity that you are, or the big one, the big gold strike, someone who's not even Christian. You will work tooth and nail and kiss as much ass as you can to drag that kid to church with you. Oh my God, you're indoctrinating that child that's not even yours. Oh my God, you're trying to convert him, you're trying to teach him against the ways of his own family and his parents. And one thing I've always said, you have no right to ask people to do things that you would never do. And you certainly have no right to bitch and whine about people doing things that you do every day. So, if you're going to whine and complain and moan about something like this, maybe you should cut your own shit. Blessed be.